And a good evening to you from Joplin, Missouri. The 2008 ACCA Men's Basketball National Tournament concludes the quarterfinals, wrapping up. Three teams already booking their trips to the semifinals: Arlington, Los Angeles, and Kansas. Now it's Ozark Christian, the 7th seed, coming in 11 and 17, taking on the 2 seed Carolina Christian, coming in at 9 and 10. Hi everybody, Chris Shima, glad to be with you. Let's get to the starting lineups for Ozark. Head coach Chris Lamb, Ozark improving to 11 and 17, taking down in the first round AFLBS by a score of 98 to 85. And Chris Lamb starting number 11, Nick Marshall, number 21, Jordan Walters, number 30, Deion Clark, number 35, Bryce Money, and number 45, Tanner Moore. Starting today for Carolina Christian, head coach Tony Spates, the first-year program. Number 0, Gerard Johnson. Number 2, Jonathan Cunningham. Number 5, Artavius Love. Number 12, Austin Robinson. And number 21, Christian Jones. So that's the starters for both of these teams. Again, the winner plays Kansas tomorrow at 9:15 approximately. That's Central Time for those of you in North Carolina. And the loser will play tomorrow in a consolation game against Champion. You see it there on your screen. 4 p.m. Again, all times approximate, as we're going to be jam-packed tomorrow. So Ozark in the blue, the Centurions from Carolina Christian in the white. Settle in, folks. Last game of the day, game number 6 on day number 2 in this 2018 ACCA tournament underway. And a quick turnover. Steal by Money. Got out of control, though. Missed the shot. Cunningham in transition for Carolina. Over in the corner, it's Johnson burying the baseline jumper. A couple of players to look out for. Artavius Love, 25.9 points per game. Austin Robinson, 20.3. So 2 players for Carolina Christian shooting the ball very well. First year, the team from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. That's my neck of the woods. Coach Spates and I talked a lot about basketball in the Carolinas while we were emailing back and forth, and we'll touch on some of the conversation that he and I had. Robinson into the forecourt off the deflection. Robinson coast to coast, glides in for the easy 2. So it's coming easy right now for Carolina, the 2 seed. Tony Spates, good coach for a first-year program. Coached at Division II Palm Beach Atlantic. They're a tough program. Deion Clark airballing the 3 and skying for it. Johnson, he saved it, I believe, to Love. Love into the forecourt. He also coached in Peru, Tony Spates. Going up against Chris Lamb, the longtime coach. Robinson on the near side from Steph Curry range. He swishes it. Hello, Carolina Christian. Welcome to the tournament. My goodness, 7-0. They are stroking it right now. Money to Clark between the circles. Clark. And Money had it deflected out of bounds. 13 of 19 games for Carolina Christian decided by double digits. 8-5 record in those contests, so been a lot of blowouts one way or another for a first-year program. 6 on the shot clock. Marshall over to Clark. Corner jumper by Moore. Great defense at the start for the Centurions. Folks, we got the YouTube chat going. Love to hear from you. All I ask is you don't say anything stupid, because I've got a quick trigger when it comes to banning people, so keep it clean, keep it happy, keep it positive on the YouTube chat. You can also use the hashtag ACCA Sports on Twitter if you want to give me a shout there instead. Love looking underneath. Pass too strong for Johnson, so Carolina Christian turning it over. Into the forecourt, it's Marshall facing a double team. Nick Marshall over 12 points per ball game. Over aggressive was Carolina Christian there and called for the foul. That's the first foul of the game, and it belongs to Austin Robinson. Freshman, all freshmen and sophomores, obviously, first-year program. Over in the corner, Clark is fouled. It's been a day of whistles, folks. If you're just joining us for the first time, yesterday was very well officiated, and today it's been all fouls. Everything's a foul. You breathe on somebody, whistle. Marshall, Moore. Here's Walters. Marshall to Money. 98 points yesterday for against AFLBS for Ozark. Cunningham with the steal. Outlet to Johnson. 9-0 Carolina. Good start to this one for the first-year team. Tanner Moore. Pass around the perimeter. Clark splits the defense, throws it off the glass. No, tip for the rebound. It's off Carolina, they say, out of bounds. Connor McKenzie coming in for the Ambassadors. Well, folks, I'm from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, which is about 3.5 hours if you drive pretty fast like I do from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. So I know a little bit about that part of the country, as that three is missed from Clark. Rebound controlled by Cunningham. I'm only going to tell you this once. North Carolina at all levels has some of the best basketball in the country. The best basketball in the country. Nick Marshall hangs and gets the Ambassadors on the board. Carolina Christian in Winston-Salem, North Carolina has to compete with Piedmont International. Now, that name might not strike a bell to the average fan watching, but if you knew who their coach was, it's a guy by the name of Josh Howard. Yeah, it's that Josh Howard who played in the NBA for the Dallas Mavericks and a few other teams, I believe. So he's coaching there at Piedmont International. That's who Tony Spates has to recruit against at the same level. I worked for college, Warren Wilson College, which is essentially a Division III school in Asheville, North Carolina, about 2 hours from Winston-Salem. And when Josh Howard got the job at Piedmont, the coach at Warren Wilson just hung his head and said, well, there goes my recruiting. All of the small colleges in Western Carolina have to compete with an NBA player. But Tony Spates doing a good job putting this team together. Part of the problem that he said for his first-year program, and this is a problem in that part of the country, he's had trouble scheduling in his first year because nobody takes them seriously. The reason is there's a lot of joke schools in North Carolina. There's a lot of these schools that aren't really schools. Stepping to his left, it's Love for three, missing it long, and cleaning up the board is Jones. 11-2 the start. We're 5 minutes and change into this one. Explain what those schools are as the night goes on. Clark, the floater in the lane, missed it short. Ozark looks intimidated right now. Cunningham flies into the forecourt. Good job by the Ambassadors getting back on defense. Robinson out near midcourt. Robinson rises with the hand in his face, goes in and out. More the rebound. Looks like Johnson might have taken a shot there on the rebound. Money, the step back, off the rim. Rebound to Jones. Christian Jones, a double-double kind of a guy. 13 points, 8.5 rebounds, 41 blocks on the season in 19 games. How about that reverse? Nice move by Jones. Timeout. Ozark, all Carolina at the start. 13-2, the Centurions. Welcome to the ACCA. They're on a roll. We'll be back. few players on the All-American list on the court here today. It's Ozark and Carolina Christian, and the Centurions leading by 11, 13-2. So Ozark with the basketball, trying to find something on the offensive end. Nick Marshall made a difficult shot in the lane. That's the only field goal so far. Nice play drawn up out of the timeout by Chris Lamb. McKenzie banks it off the glass. 13-4. He's talking about it. Tony Spate's trouble scheduling, people not taking him seriously, thinking that he's a fake college. How about that deep three from Love? So there's colleges, quote-unquote colleges, in the Carolinas that don't have any campus. What they do, these people are setting up these quote-unquote colleges under the guise of Christian colleges, and what they're basically doing is recruiting people to play football and basketball. They're scheduling Division I teams, or they used to before the NAIA and then the NCAA cracked down on these schools. Off the turnover, that's going to be tipped up and in. The miss, and then Jones cleans it up. A lot of colleges struggling in that area as well. So Carolina Christian's a college that's been around for a long time, since the 40s, I believe, in Winston-Salem. But Tony Spate's having trouble because of the reputation of other people, but Spate's clearly doing things the right way. I've been approached to work with some of these quote-unquote colleges, and you can see it a mile away how fake they are. How do you not have a campus? What they do is they enroll their kids in like community college or online courses. They house them in extended stay hotels and promise them the world, and it's ridiculous. The government should do something about it, to be honest with you, but it's easier said than done. So Carolina Christian making a good start here. Folks in the Carolinas, you all need to schedule them. They're the real deal. Pedival's come on for Ozark. 12-14 left to go. 12-point lead. Turnaround shot. Clark, the senior, can't get it. Tipped rebound, and Love tips it to himself. Love, coast to coast, the up step, and they say no basket. They're going to call an offensive foul. Hi to Tammy. We have an Ozark fan checking in on the YouTube chat. Tough start for the Ambassadors. Winner of this game goes to the semifinals against Kansas Christian. What a game they played. Champion today, Kansas Christian. A three-pointer towards the end of the game with 1 second left to win it. Good anticipation. Love with the steal. Artavius Love, 56 steals, 2.9 per game. He's fouled on the floor, they say. That'll be team foul number 3 on Ozark. The Ambassadors came into this tournament after winning their conference tournament, the MCCC, over Barclay, 76-70. That was back on the 17th. They lost in the Southwest Regional to Dallas. Love from deep. Oh, man. Artavius Love is balling out there, doing it on both ends of the floor. Carolina Christian by 15. Ben Middleton out there. Out to Clark. The bounce pass to McKenzie. Fakes the three. Dumps it underneath. Middleton can't get it to go. Rebound by Goolsby. Full court to Love. Love steps left. Fires. He is on fire. Artavius Love doing work. Here's Money. McKenzie, it's a steal. Cunningham out on the run. 2-on-1, Cunningham, no whistle. Robinson with the rebound, and then he's fouled. So good defense initially for Ozark. Couldn't come up with the rebound, though, and now a foul. Robinson at the line. Robinson toes the line. So what do you get when you're a first-year program? What can you hope for recruiting-wise? Tony Spates telling us that some of that unfamiliarity we talked about with the school created a little bit of challenge recruiting. School was founded in 1945, by the way, first year for athletics. But it also gave him the opportunity to, as he put it, establish a brand from the ground up. And the brand right now is up 25-6 on Ozark. Hashtag the process, hashtag the brand in Winston-Salem. Pettival for three. Can't get it to go. McKenzie tried to keep it alive, but I believe he stepped on the line. He did. So the ball goes back to Carolina Christian. They're in control, 25-6, just past the midway point of the first half. Cunningham out to Robinson, back to Cunningham for three. Yes. Jalen Grace, number 45, has come on for Carolina Christian, by the way, as he commits the foul on Deion Clark, the senior. Deion Clark, 79% free throw shooter. 15 points a game, almost 5 rebounds, 36 steals, 3.5 assists. I think I said incorrectly, he was a senior. He's a junior. Clark got them both. Carolina by 20. Robinson on the right side. Love back to Robinson. Gouldsby, excuse me. Catch and shoot for Love. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, Gouldsby. Here's Grace trying to draw the foul. No. Offensive rebound, Robinson. No. Robinson again. This time, yes. 5 tries at it for Carolina. They lead it by 22. That pass deflected, and the Centurions with the steal. Cunningham into the forecourt. Cunningham averages over 13 a game. And it looks like an offensive foul called on Grace. Tanner Moore returning. Ben Middleton sits down for Chris Lamb's team. Pettival dribbling between the circles, guarded in the man by Robinson. Underneath, Moore all alone, missed the bunny. Well, you don't need that. You have to make those if you're going to work yourself back in it. Robinson, right side the Love, fakes the three, drives in, banks it off the glass and in. This is a clinic in this first half. Harris out there, it's Ben Harris, number 15. Pettival, Harris. McKenzie floats it up, can't get it to go. Rebound by Cunningham. Robinson throws ahead to Love. Love pull up, yes. Timeout by Ozark as they try to stop the bleeding. It is all Carolina right now. 34-8. We'll be back. 7:47 left to play. Carolina Christian 34, Ozark 8. The Centurions have come to Joplin in dominating fashion. Clark, Pettival fakes the three, drives in, forced the pass, and he's going to lose it out of bounds. The defense for Carolina Christian has been stifling. They have a short bench, too. It looks just two guys on the bench. Johnson, who started the game, on the bench right now. Catch and shoot three by Love, an air ball. Tipping it is Jones. Extra possession now. Cunningham for three. Clark, the bounce pass over to Harris. Clark for three off the back iron. Rebound controlled by Jones, taken away by Cooper Almaschlecker, who draws the foul. Talked about the state of North Carolina in basketball. Of course, you know Duke and North Carolina and all that at the big level. There's a small town in eastern North Carolina across the state from Winston-Salem, Kinston, North Carolina. ESPN just did a story about that hotbed of basketball talent. Brandon Ingram from the Lakers is from there. Some NBA greats from the past from there. Top to bottom, it's an unbelievable basketball state. No offense to the folks in Indiana, but it's been fun to cover various JUCO teams, D3 teams in that area, and see at all levels how well the game is played. Robinson with the fake. Mid-range shot off the back iron. Goolsby, offensive rebound, and it's lost out of bounds. Last touch by the Centurions. So the score here is 36-10. That's what it says on the scoreboard. I might have given Carolina a 3. That was a 2. Clark with the bounce pass over to Walters. Walters drives in, dishes it out. Almaschlecker drives on the fake to Moore, and Moore able to get it to go. Tanner Moore, a sophomore from Arizona. That pass is too long from Love. Nick Marshall coming back into the game. Deion Clark will get a breather. They put the point back up for Carolina, so we're back to 37. That's what I'm going to stick with. That's what I had in the first place. Pettival to the bucket. It's short. Rebound controlled by Goolsby. 5 games over 100 points this year for Carolina. They're 4-1 in those games. Cunningham, Jones, good ball movement. Cut off on the baseline. Robinson swings it out. Cunningham, deep three by Love, off the mark. And it's Moore with the board. Marshall into the forecourt. Marshall thought about the step back, ball deflected. Pettival comes up with it. Marshall from deep. Can't get it to go. Skying for the rebound is Jones, and he got poked in the eye. That'll be team foul number 4 on Ozark, 5 on Carolina. Gerard Johnson coming back into the game as Christian Jones will sit down. Connor McKenzie returning for Ozark as well. Looks like Tanner Moore went out. That's going to hit the shot clock, so out of bounds. Ball goes back to Ozark. Tomorrow our first game tips at 9 a.m. It's the 9th place game for the men, Baptist and AFLBS in that one. The winner of this game will play our late game. Alley-oop, throw it down, big man. Love with the highlights. How about Robinson on the dish, too? Cooper Almaschlecker threw it out of bounds. Austin Robinson, as I mentioned, 20 points, 3.1 assists per game. He's got the ball here, splitting the defense. 41-12, Carolina. Open look for Walters. Yes, 4-3. Walters is a guy you want to cover from behind the arc, 41%. Catch and shoot from Robinson. Missed it back iron. McKenzie the rebound. See if Ozark can get a run going here. Marshall the bounce pass to Walters. Thought about it. Don't hesitate, young man. Shoot it if they're leaving you open. He doesn't hesitate this time. Doesn't get it. Almaschlecker the offensive rebound out to Marshall. Marshall the bounce pass to McKenzie. Yes. And the foul. Connor McKenzie, 65% free throw shooter, will go to the line, try to complete an old school 3-point play. Bryce Money into the game for Alex Pettival. Three-point play complete. 23-point advantage for Carolina. Robinson on the near side. Love thought about it. Said skies it for Grace, who's come back in. Yes. And the foul for Jalen Grace. 4 points, 5 rebounds off the bench on the season. Carolina Christian first-year program, as I've been talking about. Started the program, they won their first 4 of 5, went 5 of 2, 5-2 record in their first 7 games. Came into the tournament on a 3-game slide. They made the drive from Winston-Salem to Joplin, Missouri in 1 day. Tony Spates telling me that earlier today, and my heart stopped. I come from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and I do it over 3 days. Taking my time. Let's get that GoFundMe going for Carolina Christian to get some plane tickets next year. Johnson, turnaround, yes, from the free throw line. 45-18, nearing 2 minutes to play in this opening half. That ball deflected out of bounds. And it's last touched by Ozark. Ben Middleton, 32 for Ozark, back out there. Robinson over to Cunningham on the left. Here's Grace. Grace the hook. Can't get it to go. Marshall looking to push the tempo, had it poked away. Good defense by Robinson, who got the initial poke. Grace on the deflection, credited with the steal. Robinson into the forecourt. Quick toss by Johnson to Grace underneath. It's Cunningham, and Cunningham will go to the line. Team foul number 5 on Ozark, 6 on Carolina. Pretty clean first half in terms of fouls. Knock on wood. Cunningham missing. Grace is out. Darius Goolsby, coming back in. And Christian Jones getting ready to come in for the shooter here. Jonathan Cunningham. 1:33 left to go. Coming up at halftime, we'll take our usual 15-minute break, so we'll go away. Walters. And Marshall's bounce pass deflected out, but Ozark keeps possession. Marshall floater in the lane, in and out, rebound to Jones. A little hop and a step from Robinson. Johnson out to Love, thought about the three, and forced the pass. Was looking for Goolsby. Goolsby trying to steal it back, and it's poked away, finally controlled by Money. Inside a minute to go. Marshall's going to be fouled. That will be this team foul number 7, so Marshall will get some free throws. Front end of the 1-and-1 for Nick is good. Nick, good free throw shooter at 79%. Boy, Ozark Christian just 19 on the board nearing the end of this first half. Hard to believe they scored 98 yesterday. Credit Carolina, the Centurions defense. Goolsby looking for Jones. Pass deflected. Good defense by Middleton. Money got the steal and then the turnover as he gives it right back. So the shot clock and game clock are nearly identical as Cunningham comes back in for Carolina, so the Centurions can hold for the final shot. About a 2/10 difference between game and shot clock. Love in the corner. The rainbow three, no good from Cunningham. 4 seconds to go. Money fires with the hand in his face. It's off the mark. A dominating first half for Carolina Christian. 46-20. They take a big lead into the locker rooms. We'll take a 15-minute break, folks. Come back and bring you the second half here in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Start of the second half, and Carolina Christian in control, 46-20. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you. Just setting everything up for tomorrow, 8 games, and if the score holds here, it'll be Carolina Christian and Kansas. That should be a fun one tomorrow night. Approximate start. Those of you in Winston-Salem, try to stay up a little later with us. It's a Friday night, so we won't judge you. It's starting at 9:15 local time, 10:15 Eastern time. So, and that's if everything goes as planned, which it's probably going to start later is what I'm trying to say. Let's check the first half numbers. Dominating performance, 28-14 on the boards for Carolina Christian. The Centurions shoot 50%, holding the Ambassadors to 22%. Just 6 of 27 from the field for Ozark, 1 of 10 from downtown. Carolina Christian, 19 of 38, dominating points in the paint, 24-8, points off turnovers, 18-8, second chance points, 10-3, fast break points, 11-zip. Ozark did win the bench scoring, 9-2. Leading scorers in the first half, 2 players in double figures for Carolina Christian. Artavius Love with 15. Also blocking a steal, 3 rebounds. Austin Robinson, 10 points on 4 of 11 shooting. Make it 13 points as he buries that triple. 7 points for Cunningham, 6 for Jones, 6 for Johnson. That's the scoring. Grace had 2 as well. Jones on his way to a double-double, 6 points, 9 rebounds in the ball game. 5 steals for Austin Robinson. He's got an outside shot at a quadruple double. 10 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 steals. For Ozark, it's Connor McKenzie leading the way. 3 of 4 shooting, 7 points, 5 rebounds. He's on his way to a double-double. Nick Marshall with 4 points, 3 for Jordan Walters, and not much else. A couple of other guys have 2 points apiece, but for the most part, dominating performance by Carolina Christian. Robinson up to 16 now. He's got the team lead as he's got 6 quick ones to start off this second half. Well, if you asked me at 8 o'clock Central Time who I thought was going to win the men's ACCA tournament this year, I'd have said I have no idea. This tournament's so wide open. My thoughts have changed. Carolina Christian is clearly the favorite. That shot way off by Cunningham. Ozark's having a tough night, so that's in part some of the reason for the score being as lopsided as it is, but they're having a tough time because the Centurions are playing fantastic defense, and they look like, for a first-year team, to look like a complete team like this. Tony Spates, what a job he has done. I mentioned he coached at Palm Beach Atlantic. Florida might be second to North Carolina in terms of college basketball in the country. They can ball down there in the Sunshine State. 24-52, the correct score on your screen. A little typo there. Ozark picking up their first foul of this second half. Love from way downtown, can't get it to go. Money the rebound. He's looking to push. Sent out Marshall for 3, off the mark. Another one and done. Jones with another rebound. Christian Jones now with 10 in the game. Love back to Robinson. Jones turnaround shot, flips it up off the back iron. Money pulls down the rebound off the miss. Marshall turns on the Jets. Too strong off the glass, though. The tipped rebound comes to Johnson. Gerard Johnson 5 points, 5 rebounds a game. Here's Love. He was open. Surveys. Top of the key, Robinson for 3, no good. Here comes Ozark. Clark to Money, and Money buries the 3. Austin Robinson. Love cross court to Cunningham. Robinson. Love skies it back to him. 8 to shoot now. Robinson on the putback. Underneath, Tanner Moore's had a tough day. Missed a couple easy ones. Both teams with the team foul here in the early stages of this second half. Pretty clean game played by both teams overall. Cunningham off the back iron. Offensive rebound by Love, and he's going to be fouled by Moore. Some of this is Ozark having to play that opening round game yesterday. But Carolina Christian had a long travel to Joplin. Austin Robinson will inbound, 28 on the shot clock. Quick shot by Johnson is short. He saves it in the Cunningham. Open look for Robinson for 3, no good. Tip for the rebound coming up with it is Jones, and Jones will go to the line. Team foul number 3 on Ozark. McKenzie picking up the foul. Connor McKenzie, his 3rd of the game. First free throw no good from Christian Jones. Neither free throw good. So 54-27. Carolina doubling up Ozark. On the near side, Money banks it off the glass short. I mean, that's a good look. It's just not falling tonight for Ozark. Cunningham catch and shoots. The rainbow 3 is good, and the lead is 30. McKenzie with the fake drives in. Top of the key, Money from downtown. Got it to go. Back-to-back triples for Bryce Money. If things hold the way they are, Ozark would play tomorrow at 4 against Champion in the consolation game. Winner of that would play for 5th place on Saturday morning. The loser will play for 7th place. Timeout on the court. We're going to step aside. 13:51 left to go in the game. All Carolina Christian will be back. Welcome back, 57-30. Ozark in control, or excuse me, Carolina in control. It's been a long day, folks. My brain is not having it. Nice play, bounce pass by McKenzie. Tanner Moore with the easy bunny. Alley-oop attempt, that almost worked. I thought it was going to be off the mark. Love Using every bit of that wingspan, almost got it. 3 ball, no good. That was Cunningham, I believe. Out on the run, Clark scoops it up. Too strong. Tip for the rebound. It's going off Ozark.
Check in for your ambassador, number 32, Ben Middleton.
Ben Middleton checking in for Ozark. Grace getting set to come on for Carolina. Love, cross-court Robinson trying to split the defense, and it's a turnover. Ozark with the steal. Money came up with it on a deflection. Money stripped but fouled. It'll be the second on Carolina here in the half.
Foul number 12, Austin Robinson. Changing for Carolina, number 45, Jalen Grace. Number 3, Darius Goulsey.
Now here is Jalen Grace coming into the game. Also Darius Goulsby, the 2 subs that Carolina Christian have, are in the game. Just 7 players making the trip with Tony Spates and company. McKenzie swings it out, and that'll be a turnover as the pass was off the mark. 12:17 left to go here in the game. To the bucket, the big man, Jalen Grace. Making a big man play right there, 59-32. Money up top, over to McKenzie on the right. Clark driving on the baseline, the reverse, yes. Driving is Love, and he had it poked away. 19 to shoot for the Centurions.
Your ambassador, number 23, Alex Pettival.
Alex Pettival in for Jordan Walters. Deep 3. Not that time for Love. Love hit a couple in the first half. He's cooled off since then. Clark with the fake drives in and scores. Nearing 11 minutes to go in the game. Robinson. Over to Love. Nice pass. Goulsby, and Grace will go to the line. Pettival called for the foul. That free throw is short. One out of 2 for the big guy Grace. 60-36 now. Clark on the near side. Money top of the key. Zone defense for Carolina. Middleton, the rainbow 3 goes in and out. That's the kind of night it's been for Ozark. Floater good by Robinson. The lead back out to 26. Clark answers right back, pushing the tempo. Into the forecourt, Love. In the corner, Cunningham. Love stripped They call a tie-up. Jump ball possession arrow favors Ozark. Alex Pettival across the timeline into the forecourt, past the midway point of the second half. Clark hanging and drawing the foul on Robinson. Deion Clark, 2 out of 2 from the charity stripe in the first half. Deion 79% on the season. Good on that first one. Johnson checking back in for Carolina. And I believe Robinson went out. He did, picking up his 4th foul. (62-40). Cunningham, pass deflected. Carolina coasting a bit. Grace called for a timeout. Tony Spates realizing his team is coasting and he wants to talk about it. So we'll step aside here with 9:37 left to go. One thing we can say with certainty is we will have, for the 4th straight year, a different national champion. Will it be the first-year program Carolina? They're out to a 22-point advantage here in the quarterfinals, on their way to a semifinal matchup with Carolina Christian. Welcome back, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. 9:36 remaining in this one. Shot clock is at 9. Middleton deflects it out.
For Carolina, number 12, Austin Robinson.
Austin Robinson coming in for Carolina. That 3 is way short. Offensive rebound. Robinson gets it to go. Pushing is money. Too strong off the glass. Rebound to Grace. That 3 ball is short. Robinson can't get it to go. Inside 9 minutes to play. Here's McKenzie to the bucket. Yes. 64-42. Carolina Christian still in control here. Robinson on the near side. Johnson in the corner. Goolsby loses it. Steal by Clark. Outlet to Money. Yes. So the momentum's starting to shift. There's still enough time, but Ozark would have to play near perfect. Robinson, the rocket to Grace. Can't get it to go. Put back is good by Johnson. Gerard Johnson, good game here in the quarterfinals for his team. Clark, the senior. Rocket pass to Middleton, too strong off the glass, but Ben is fouled. Team foul number 4.
Foul number 45, Jaylon Grace.
Both teams with 4 team fouls.
Ben Middleton.
Middleton swishes in the first one. Tanner Moore coming back in for Ozark. Christian Jones. Jonathan Cunningham return, number 21 and 2 for Carolina. Lead back to down to 20. Love into the forecourt. Skies it to Cunningham. Back to Love. Thought about the deep 3. Drives in, dishes it out. Cunningham an open look. Can't get it to go. Middleton collects the rebound. Money into the forecourt. Money swings it out. Pettival drives the floater. Rejected. Nice defense by Jones. Love throwing it down with the right-hand jam. Lead back to 22. Pettival. Moore, turnaround shot in the lane. Off the front iron. Love the board. Love can't get the jumper. Rebound deflected out to him. Ozark unable to get control. Love turns on the Jets and draws the foul.
Foul number 32, Ben Middleton. At the line for Carolina, number 5, Artavius Love.
Artavius Love, almost 26 points per game. 5 team fouls on Ozark, 4 for Carolina. With 6:39 to go in the game. First free throw is good.
Number 11, Nick Marshall.
Marshall and McKenzie returning. Middleton sits down. For Ozark. Not sure who else came out. Both free throws are good. Carolina 70, Ozark 46 here in the quarterfinals. Winner of this game plays Kansas tomorrow night, approximately 9:15 Central. Oh, what a pass. McKenzie's been passing very well. And Tanner Moore's been the beneficiary on 2 of those dishes. Robinson steps right, fires the 3. Carolina's gone cold from behind the arc. Hit a couple to start this second half, but they've been cold ever since. Marshall Pettival floats it up off the back of the rim. Rebound to Love. Love 3 on 2. The alley-oop. Throwing it down is Love off the dish from Cunningham. Underneath, easy one for Moore. High pass for Jones. Out to Love. Robinson underneath Johnson. Yes.
Pass by number 0, Gerard Johnson.
Into the forecourt. It's Ozark. Marshall, top of the key. Money on the near side. Here's Moore. Pettival gets it back from the baseline. 10-footer is short. Rebound controlled by Love. Love lost the dribble, and he's going to foul Moore. So Moore will go to the line.
Foul number 5, Artavius Love. At the line for your ambassadors, number 45, Tanner Moore.
Tanner Moore, 76% free throw shooter. Both teams now with 5 team fouls. Deion Clark checking back in. Both free throws for Tanner are good. Lead is 22 for Carolina. Love. Cunningham. Corner shot and air ball. Clark looking to push again. Swings it out to Money. Catch and shoot 3 off the side of the rim. Skying for the rebound, Robinson, and then he gets fouled. Money picks up the foul. That's his 3rd, the 6th on Ozark. So Carolina will be in the bonus over the final 4:35. Carolina Christian going to call for time, so we'll step aside. 4:24 left to go. We're coming back here in just a moment. Here's the tournament card for Carolina Christian, the 2 seed, first-year program, started the season 4-1, won 5 of their first 7, entered this tournament on a 3-game slide, 4-1 when they score 100 or more. High-scoring team. They've got 74 here today. They've slowed down the pace just a little bit here in this second half. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. Bryce Money for 2. Lead down to 20 for Carolina. It's been as high as 30 in this game. It came out early, taking a 30-8 lead. Love had trouble with it, and he's going to be called for steps. So inside 4 minutes to go, 3:51 to be exact. Ozark with the basketball again. Here's Deion Clark. Connor McKenzie rejected by Cunningham. Stays with Ozark. Another opportunity denied on the inside. Cunningham is fouled. That's 17 fouls on Ozark.
In for Carolina, number 12, Austin Robinson.
So a 1-1 here for Jonathan Cunningham. All freshmen and sophomores on this team for Carolina. One out of 2, with Moore coming down with the rebound. Clark bounce passes it over to Marshall on the right. Money, triple teamed, gets it out. Marshall catch and shoot, short on the 3. Tipped rebound comes to Cunningham. Cunningham pushes into the forecourt. Good job by Ozark getting back on defense. Here's Grace, now Robinson. Inside 3 to play. Final quarterfinal of the day. Robinson throws the alley-oop. Jones is fouled on his way up. Team foul number 8, 2-shot foul for Jones. McKenzie picking up the foul. That's his 4th. That's going to be an air ball from Jones. So 1 out of 2. Lead back to 22. Clark out to Marshall. Marshall, free throw line extended, no good. Jones the board. Another foul, and Connor McKenzie's day is done. 9 team fouls now on Ozark, so McKenzie out, Cooper Almaschlecker coming into the game.
Checking for your ambassadors, number 33, Cooper Almaschlecker.
Christian Jones back at the line. 19 fouls, so it's a 1-and-1. Good on the first. Missed the second. Rebound controlled by Clark. Clark brings it into the front court. Marshall on the right. Money had it taken away. Good defense by Cunningham. Fell down but kept his dribble. That ball's going to be deflected out. Chris Lamb's going to empty out his bench. Jacob Jenkins, number 22. Number 10, Hudson Almaschlecker. Number 25, Eric Maddox. All coming into the game. Clark over to Jenkins. Inside 2 to play. And that ball going to be deflected out. So it'll be Arlington, or excuse me, Ozark and Champion tomorrow at 4 p.m. in the consolation. Carolina will take on Kansas in the semifinals tomorrow at 9:15. $77-54. Nearing 90 seconds left to go. Catch and shoot for Cunningham. Off the back iron. Rebound controlled by Maddox. Hudson Almaschlecker. Cooper gets it out, and Jenkins had it blocked by Goolsby. Harris back out there, played a little bit in the first half for Chris Lamb's team. That ball's going to be in the backcourt. That's a violation and a turnover. So Carolina Christian gets it back. 1:01 left to go. Grace underneath. Goolsby gets it to go. 54-79. Harris, Hudson Almaschlecker off the mark. Rebound controlled by Grace. About 10-second difference between game and shot clock, so Centurions will take one more shot at it. Goolsby unable to get it to go. This is Harris getting the bucket. So Carolina Christian can run out the clock, and it looks like they're going to do just that. Tony Spates and his team in their first year will head to the semifinals. They'll take on Kansas Christian tomorrow at 9:15 Central Time. As we take one last look at the brackets here. Well, actually, we're not going to do it. Well, yeah, we are. Here we go. Now we got it up. So, setting the stage for tomorrow, 2 semifinals on the men's side. As I mentioned, Kansas, Carolina Christian tomorrow at 9:15. Champion in Ozark and a consolation tomorrow at 4. Once again, your final score, 79-54 Carolina. Thanks for watching, everybody. We start at 9 a.m. tomorrow. 8 games all day long. Be sure to check them out here on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your night.